Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level business English lesson. Today we're starting a new unit on negotiations. We're going to be learning about simple transactions and using the first conditional, and also reviewing numbers, decimals, and percentages. All right, have you ever participated in negotiation, and for what? And was the negotiation successful? So here are some common negotiations: buying a house, buying a car, maybe bargaining in the marketplace. This looks maybe like some sort of business negotiation. So we say prices, decimals, and percentages differently uh, to how we say simple numbers. So look at the examples below. So here we would say $35. Here we could either say $12.50 or $12.50, 75 cents. This number would be read 15.55, 0.25, 0.05. And then percentages: 50%, 10%, and 12.5%. So now practice saying these numbers. So this would be $1,250, $5.25 or $5.25, 10.5, 12.89, 25.6%, and 33%. So how do you read the numbers in the pictures below? So try these on your own. So here we would probably say $49.99 or $49.99, 40% off, up to 70% off, 3.1415926. Here we have $199 or $199, $39, or $129 or $129. So the situations where you might need prices, just buying, here we have buying any kind of, furniture, clothing. The percentages would be, on sale items, 40% off, 50% off. Decimals, usually in mathematical operations, but also using dollars and cents. We kind of use a point to separate the dollars from the cents. So there's lots of situations where you might need to use different types of numbers. So you're going to read an article about successful negotiations. So read the introduction and answer the questions. You can pause the video and read on your own, or you can follow along as I read. Successful negotiating. A negotiation is a discussion with the aim of reaching an agreement. To succeed in business, it's important to know how to negotiate. This article will introduce some tips to help you succeed the next time that you negotiate. So how do you know that a negotiation has been successful? And what advice do you think the article will give? And if you'd like to put those answers in the comments to generate some conversation, that would be great. So negotiation strategies. Now you're going to read the article and indicate whether you agree with all of the suggestions, why or why not. If you disagree with some of them, again, I'd invite you to put the one that you disagree with and the reason in the comments. We have one vocabulary word before we start. Contract is a noun, meaning a document describing a business agreement between two or more parties. You can pause the video and read this article on your own, or you can follow along as I read. Number 1, listen and try to understand the other point of view. If you listen to and understand what is important to the other side, you can make a decision that makes both parties happy. Number 2, do research to prepare. It is helpful to research the company and its competitors. If you know the prices of your competitors, you know if your offer is a good one. Number 3, stay professional. Even if the negotiation is not going well, it's important to stay positive. You might need to do business again with this company in the future. Number 4, write the first draft of the agreement. If you draft the contract, you can start with the terms you want, and the other party will only change the most important things. Number 5, be ready to walk away. You must be able to walk away if you don't like the terms of the deal. Don't give up what you want unless you're getting something in return. Number 6, don't accept the first offer. If you don't accept the first offer, there's a good chance that the other side will make a better offer. Most buyers will increase their offer by at least 5 to 15% in price. And number 7, get expert help. If it's a large deal, you should have professionals to help you write a contract. Advisors and lawyers can be expensive, but they are important. All right, here are some vocabulary words, so see if you can match the words with their meaning. Again, you can pause the video, try that on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check the answers. Okay, a reduction made from the regular price is a discount. A result that is good for all parties is a win-win. A situation in which people have the same opinion, that's agreement. Prepare a version of something, such as a contract. That would be to draw up. Agree to a proposal or suggestion. Accept. Refuse a proposal or suggestion is to reject. And money paid in advance to guarantee something is a deposit. All right, now here's some vocabulary practice. Complete the sentences below with the correct word from the box, and you may need to change the form of the words. Again, pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So we got a low price and then sold all the stock that they had, and they sold all the stock that they had. The negotiation was a win-win. We are able to offer a discount to customers who pay in advance. After 3 days of negotiation, we were able to reach an agreement. That was acceptable to both sides. If you are happy to move forward, I can draw up a contract for you to sign. After 3 years of great service, I was happy to accept their offer to extend our contract. If you cannot reduce the price, I'm afraid we will have to reject your offer, and we require a deposit of 10% before we can process orders from new customers. Now you're going to listen to 3 sets of negotiations. Do the 2 people reach an agreement and what expressions that they use? So you're going to complete the expression with the words that you hear.
If you buy 1,000 hats, we can offer you a price of $12 per hat.
That's much more than we have in our budget. Is that the lowest you can go?
Well, if you double your order, we can offer a 10% discount.
Unfortunately, that is still more than we can afford.
Sorry, that's the best I can do.
Okay, so sorry, that's the best.
We need a 10% non-refundable deposit in advance.
So we need to pay a $2,000 deposit even if we decided not to use your service?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm sorry, but that's the only option. We can't do business with you.
Great. I'm glad that we're on the same page. A 2-year contract for $1.5 million works for us.
Yeah, with the terms we discussed, it seems like a win-win.
So, if you can just sign here, we can move forward.
Okay, so in the first two situations, they do not reach an agreement, and then the last one, they do. Here are three more.
We need to receive the order by the end of the month.
That would only give us less than 2 weeks to get the product to you.
Yes, is that possible?
I'm afraid not. If he works as quickly as possible, it will still take us at least a week to process the order, and then a week to ship it out to you.
Hi, I saw the advertisement for your watch. Would you accept $35 for it?
I'm selling it for $60. $35 is way too low.
Would you consider $40 if I paid you in cash?
I'm sorry, but I'm not going lower than $50. The original price is over $100.
If you can lower the price by 5%, we'll sign today.
Okay, we can offer $10,000. Final offer.
Great, it's a deal. I'll draw up a new contract.
Okay, so in number 4 and number 5, they did not reach an agreement, but in number 6, they did. All right, so we're going to listen again and fill in the gaps with the missing words.
If you buy 1,000 hats, we can offer you a price of $12 per hat.
That's much more than we have in our budget. Is that the lowest you can go?
Well, if you double your order, we can offer a 10% discount.
Unfortunately, that is still more than we can afford.
Sorry, that's the best I can do.
All right, so the first conditional. The first conditional is often used in negotiations. We use the first conditional to talk about a situation and a result in the future. In a conditional sentence, there are two clauses, an if clause and a result clause. So an example of the if clause, if you decrease the price by 5%, and then the result clause, we will sign today. You can also use negative forms in the if clause and the result clause. If you don't have time, I will write the report for you. If we miss the deadline, our manager won't be pleased. And the negative form of will is won't, which is the contraction of will not. Negative form of do is don't or do not. So first conditionals usually use the same structure. It's if plus the subject plus a present tense verb, and then another subject plus will plus the base verb without the word to. So if you decrease the price by 5%, we will sign today. If we miss the deadline, our manager won't be pleased. So there are different ways of using the first conditional. The result clause can also come before the if clause. Notice that a comma is only used when the if clause comes first. If you sign the contract now, comma, we will ship the order by the end of the day. We can also change it around and say we will ship the order by the end of the day if you sign the contract now, but we don't need a comma when the if clause comes second. Other modal verbs can also be used in the result clause. If you place a large order, we may offer you a discount. I can give you regular updates on the order status if you give us your contact details. We use different modal verbs to express that something is possible but not definite. All right, so we're going to listen again and fill in the gaps with the missing words.
Great. I'm glad that we're on the same page. A 2-year contract for $1.5 million works for us.
Yeah, with the terms we discussed, it seems like a win-win.
So, if you can just sign here, we can move forward.
So if you can just sign here, we can move forward. Okay, we're going to listen to another and fill in the gaps.
We need to receive the order by the end of the month.
That would only give us less than 2 weeks to get the product to you.
Yes, is that possible?
I'm afraid not. If he works as quickly as possible, it will still take us at least a week to process the order, and then a week to ship it out to you.
All right, so now you're going to do some first conditional practice. Match the sentence halves together to make complete sentences. You can pause the video, try this on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, so number one, if you can offer us a special, that goes with letter F, discount, we may be able to sign the contract early. Number two goes with letter B. Well, if you can sign the contract today, we can give you a 10% discount. Number three goes with letter A. We can't sign until next week. If we wait until then, can we still get the discount? Number four goes with letter G. We usually only offer a discount if a client signs up on the same day. Number five goes with letter D. I see. If we order in bulk, do you offer a discount? Number six goes with letter C. Yes, if you order more than 100 items at once, we will give you 5% off. And number seven goes with E. And if you place such a large order, we will also offer free delivery. Alright, so complete the sentence prompts below with your own ideas and just be careful of the conditional terms, the conditional forms. So go ahead and try these on your own. There's no single right answer. These are just kind of your own ideas. But just be careful of the verb tenses. So here are some sample answers. Again, you may have something different, but just be sure that your verb tenses are correct, and it doesn't really matter which ideas you used. So if a customer asks for delivery on the same day, we will charge an extra fee. If they buy a large amount, we usually offer our customers a discount. We always say yes. If a customer asks for a free sample, if a client arrives late to a negotiation, we will probably not reach an agreement. I make a new offer. If the client rejects my first suggestion, and my boss will be happy with me if I succeed in this negotiation. And again, you might have different answers, but just so that your verb tenses are correct. It's the main objective. All right, now you can read the text below, discuss the questions. Before we read, we'll look at the vocabulary words. Confrontational is an adjective meaning tending to deal with situations in an aggressive way, and confrontation is a noun, a hostile or argumentative meeting or situation between opposing parties. So you can pause the video and read on your own or follow along as I read. And then if you would like to put your answers to the questions in the comments, that would be great. Approaches to business. A Harvard Business Review report sorts nationalities according to how confrontational and emotionally expressive they are. Russia, Israel, France, and Spain are classified as both emotionally expressive and confrontational. When doing business in the UK, Sweden, Korea, and Japan are classified as emotionally unexpressive and avoiding confrontation. So, what are the advantages and disadvantages of being confrontational and emotionally expressive? And what are the advantages and disadvantages of avoiding confrontation and being emotionally unexpressive? So, put your thoughts in the comments and we can generate some conversation. All right, so now read the information below, and then it says to role play. Since we can't really do a live role play, I would ask you to write a dialogue to describe the negotiation process. So you work for Fresh Zone, a chain of supermarkets. You're interested in selling a new breakfast cereal, Munchy Crunchy Fruit, in your stores. You meet with a representative from Hampton Good Foods, the producers of Munchy Crunchy Fruit, to negotiate the deal. You want them to supply 10,000 boxes per month. Your boss has told you to aim for a cost of $1.25 per box, but you can afford to spend up to $1.75. You can help with the marketing of their product if you receive a good price. And remember to use the conditional forms when negotiating. Here's a second one for additional practice. Again, you can write this as a dialogue. You work for ProTech Sports, the producers of Light Go sneakers. You meet with a representative from Sports and Leisure, a sportswear shop interested in selling Life Go sneakers in their stores. You usually charge $32.50 per pair of sneakers for orders of 500 pairs. You have a large amount of stock, over 30,000 pairs, which you need to sell, and you can offer discounts to achieve this. You usually need 1 week to deliver to retail stores. Quicker delivery is sometimes possible, but it costs more. So again, see if you can write a dialogue describing a negotiation between the two parties, remembering to use the conditional forms. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.